Hello from the University of Texas School of Law in sunny Austin, Texas. My name is Dr. Mauricio Pajon, and I'm the Director of Graduate International Admissions here at the law school. So in today's video, I want to talk to you about a six-step plan for securing funding for your LLM. So first, I'd like to begin by just saying that you need a plan, right? And I love this graphic here. A goal without a plan is just a wish. So sort of keep that in mind as you start to think about your LLM, how you're going to fund your LLM. So, and this should be going on, before you apply, after you've been admitted. I mean, hopefully you will get a full scholarship. I can tell you that as a big state university, we as an LLM program do not offer full scholarships. Our scholarships range anywhere from $1,000 to a non-resident tuition exemption waiver. So it basically brings the cost of tuition down from basically out-of-state tuition to in-state tuition. And that's a cost savings of about $16,000. And that's our most prestigious scholarship. Now we have some other internal scholarships, and I'll talk about that in just a minute. But I think what I sort of want you to think about and kind of think through is, think with a kind of realistic optimism, right? Be optimistic about the kinds of scholarships, the amount of scholarships that you can get, but also be realistic. I want you to think about, ask yourself, what is the total cost? How much is tuition? What about expenses? And then think about, how much money you have at your disposal. How much do you have in savings? Is your family able to help? In some cases, our LLMs have had all or part of their LLM funded by their employer. And then consider options, right? Like the possibility of working on campus, or I guess last case scenario is the possibility of taking out a loan. So for example, if you're from Latin America, the RO loan is a no interest loan to help fund your LLM. Next is the sort of, the actual six-step plan. And that's, that entails researching. So researching your LLM, the websites of the LLM programs that you're interested in applying to. All LLM programs in the United States are going to have sort of full-fledged websites. Ours is, it's 10 pages. It's not very long. I want you to read all of it. I want you to read page by page and take notes and really have a sense of what the LLM program consists of, what it has to offer. Consult, ask questions, email the LLM program and ask any questions that you have. Obviously apply, put together a very strong application. I can tell you that when it comes to our internal scholarships, all admitted students are automatically considered for scholarships. So put together the best application you can, apply early, because our application opens September 1st. The priority deadline is March 1st. Once we run out of funding, we run out of funding. Reuse, if you're going to apply for like an internal third-party scholarships like we have that require a separate application and have their own internal deadline, these are typically scholarships offered by our scholarship partners, right? Exclusively for our admitted students. You don't have to reinvent the wheel. Apply for anything and everything. But then, if you've been admitted, chances are, you were admitted because you had a great a great personal statement as part of a wonderful application. Take that personal statement, reuse it as the personal statement for a scholarship application, and be communicative. Let your LLM program or LLM programs that you've been admitted to, let them know that you've been offered scholarships elsewhere and ask them what they can do for you, if anything, and then begin thinking about alternatives, right? Let's say that your top school offered you partial funding and your second or third schools offered you full funding. Then begin thinking about alternatives, and maybe you want to go to that, if money is an issue, if money is important to you, maybe you want to go to that second or third school of your choice because they're giving you full funding. In terms of research, I can't emphasize this enough. Start early. Review each program's scholarship opportunities webpage because they're going to be different, and make the process easy on yourself. Create a spreadsheet, with columns. Here are their internal scholarships, their internal third-party scholarships, external scholarships that you're eligible for, and know your eligibility requirements and deadlines. Don't apply to something that you're just not eligible for, and don't miss a deadline because you're kind of just shooting yourself in the foot. There's so many opportunities out there, so maximize your opportunities by staying organized. Consult. I can't emphasize this enough. As admissions officers, as admissions experts, we are here for you. We want to get your emails. We want to answer your emails. So ask questions. If you need advice, seek advice. Ask an admissions officer. Contact Education USA in your home country and explore your options. Is a Fulbright, for example, a good opportunity for you? I can tell you that, for example, at our university, when you apply to our LLM program as a Fulbright student, there is a very good chance, there's never a guarantee, but there is a very, very good chance that you as a Fulbright student will be able to get a non-resident tuition exemption waiver from us, bringing your tuition down from out of state to in-state, as well as possibly a research fellowship. Again, not a guarantee, but these are opportunities available to Fulbright students. So definitely know your opportunities, know what's available to you, and ask. And again, in that vein, ask your employer. It doesn't hurt if they're willing to sponsor all or part of your LLM. As I said, we've had LLMs who have been in this situation. And then next, apply. And apply early. Submit your application for admission to the LLM program early. So that, if you're like I said, for our program, anyone who's admitted is going to be automatically considered for our internal scholarships. No separate application required, which I think is great. However, if you're thinking of applying to, let's say, one of our internal third-party scholarships, like the Rocky Mountain Mineral Law Foundation Scholarship for Energy Students, start early. Proofread your application and essays. The last thing you want are typos. Submit the application by deadline or earlier. Check with the funding organization to see if they received your application, if it's complete, because the last thing you want is all your hard work to go to waste because you just, for whatever reason, didn't follow all of their instructions and now your application is disqualified. Okay, reuse. You don't need to reinvent the wheel. You don't have to do this. Like I said, if you were admitted to, let's say, our LLM program and you want to apply to, let's say, again, the Rocky Mountain Mineral Law Foundation Scholarship, they're going to require an application. They're going to require an essay. You don't have to rewrite your essay. Just tweak it, right? Recycle your personal statement for your application for admission, but remember to personalize it, right? Speak to that scholarships committee at that external funding organization and convince them why they should give you a scholarship instead of somebody else. And, one of the ways to have a great application is, again, proofread, don't have typos in your essays. And then communicate. If you're awarded an external scholarship before you submit your application for admission, include that information in your application, whether it's the form or the essay, and let the admissions committee at that LLM program know that you've gotten some external funding and that getting a scholarship from the LLM program would help make your dream of doing your LLM at their school come true. Now, if you're awarded an external scholarship after you're admitted, let the admissions admissions officer know that same thing, that you've been offered this external scholarship. So you've got these wonderful things going for you, right? You've been admitted to the LLM program, you've gotten an external scholarship, and what can they do for you? It never hurts to ask, right? Okay, and then lastly, consider your alternatives, right? What are your chances of being offered a full tuition scholarship by your top school? Maybe they're really, really good, but what if they're not? What if your top school doesn't offer you a substantial scholarship or a scholarship at all? What if, then you have to start considering, are you willing to work on campus? Are you willing to take out a loan? What do you do if your top fifth school offers you a substantial scholarship? Would you consider going there if they're giving you full tuition? And I guess the last thing I'll say, I'll end with this, is for you to integrate, focus, resilience. And again, I mentioned that term, realistic optimism, to perform your best, right? You want to remain optimistic that, you'll be admitted, you'll get a really good funding package. But what happens if you don't, right? What if that school is unable to kind of come through for you with a full scholarship or even a partial scholarship, half of a tuition scholarship? What if it's only, a third? you know, um, Keep all of these things in mind so that you can, perform your best, achieve maximum satisfaction, establish a competitive edge for yourself, and just be a really, go from being a really strong competitive applicant to then, once you're admitted, being a really strong competitive student. Because I will say this, and this is where I'll end. At our law school, we actually have internal third-party scholarships for current students, meaning that current students who are here studying with us can apply for these internal third-party scholarships for current students. And just last year, one of our students won a $5,000 scholarship from the Texas Young Lawyers Association that was applied to their spring tuition. So just be flexible, stay open. And if you want more information, I definitely encourage you to sign up for one of our virtual admissions information sessions. You can do that by going to our website, the LLM program website, looking at the application information page and signing up for a virtual admissions information session. So with that, I will leave you. I thank you for your time, and we look forward to receiving your application. Thank you.